guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and today in the PCT test lab we are testing Madam Glam UV Gel nail polish on polymer clay. Now, I've used UV resin in the past, and you've seen my UV lamp that I use for curing that, and I've had a lot of requests for trying UV nail gel on polymer clay as well. And so when Madam Glam contacted me and asked me if I wanted to test some of their samples, I said sure, because I've been dying to try it, and I also wanted to see if I could do a better job with my nails myself with a nail polish, because I'm terrible with regular nail polish. I'm rough on my hands, it chips all the time. I'm so fidgety that I can't even get it to set in time before I've already smudged it. And I was hoping not only would this be compatible with polymer clay so I could do some nail art and stuff with it, but I also wanted to see if there was a nail polish that would finally work for me, and it does. Let me just show you what it's all about. Now, first of all, it came in a pretty little box like this one here, or this one here. And you do use this nail polish in a few steps. You have a base coat first, and all of these set with the UV lamp or an LED lamp that's meant for curing nail polish. So you use a base coat first, then a color if you want to use it. Now I've been just using the clear together, not a color, because I'll explain in a sec. And then it has a top coat, and you do each layer and then cure them individually under the UV lamp. And the UV lamp does it in 2 minutes and gets it rock hard, and it's just really great. Now, let me just show you my nails first. Now, like I said, I like to just use clear nail polish because I do a lot of tutorials and my hands are in there. I don't want a lot of distraction in the video with my hands. It's all about the tutorial, not my hands. So I tend to use clear, and that way if there is any chips or anything, it's unnoticeable as well. So on this hand here, I've got a fresh coat. I removed what was on there and I put a fresh coat on, and it is exactly what a clear nail polish would be. It's shiny and it's pretty. And now I've got on this hand, I've got some, like, don't mind, I'm not a nail person. You can tell by my hands, they're all beat up. So don't mind the shortness of them and the way they look. Just look at the polish. This nail polish here has been on for 4 weeks, and I want to show you how well it survives my rough treatment. Now, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Hopefully it will, but there's a tiny bit of chipping along the edge here, and these 3 nails actually broke and I had to cut them back, so you can't see the chipping along those edges, but you can see where my nails have grown out, and there's a big gap between the polish and my cuticles there. So if it can pick up, but other than that, the nail polish looks really good other than growing out. On my thumb here, where I get a little bit more wear and tear, it did chip a little bit along this side. It's starting to chip along the base where it had grown out and the edge was showing, and then a little along the top side. But it wears really quite well. I mean, that's 4 weeks. So if you treat it like a normal person, you can probably get a good couple of weeks out of your polish before you have to do much else with it. Now, this nail here, I'm just going to show you how to remove it. Now, it's called a soak-off gel, and what they mean by soaking it off is you need an acetone or one of the commercial nail polish removers, and you soak the nail in it before you remove it. Now, I have found that I really haven't needed to do that. It's the acetone softens it up, and then you can scrape it off. I have found that all you have to do is just start scraping it off with something like like your nail file, and just start scraping it right off, and it'll all come off. Now, if you've put it on properly, it will be kind of hard to take off. If you have put it on in a really thick, hard coat, a really thick, gloppy coat, it may just peel off in one setting. But I'll explain that in 1 second too. Okay, so to prep your nail to use this stuff, you want to make sure your cuticles are all clean. Of course, hopefully you have a nicer looking thumb than this one. It's all beat up. I burnt myself and cut it in, and I work with metal and all kinds of clay and stuff, so they get kind of beat up. Then what you want to do is file it like you're supposed to file it. Then you can sand the top surface to kind of rough it up a bit. So I just use my nail file to do that. And then you want to clean it with some rubbing alcohol, which if you're a polymer clayer, you should have around. I'm just going to clean it first. And then what you do is you put on the base coat, and it's really easy to use. Don't shake it or anything. You'll get bubbles all trapped in it, so you don't want that. But you just want to, and you want to put on a really thin coat. And it's really important not to touch your skin. Not that it's going to hurt it or anything. It's just that if you have it touching your skin, it'll peel away from that spot really easily. I know this because that's what happened to me when I was testing this out. So don't get it all over your cuticles. Don't get it all over your skin. Wipe things up, and then to set the base coat, all you have to do is put it in your UV lamp. Now this one has a little timer on it, and I just have to push it and it goes for exactly 2 minutes. If you have a LED lamp, I guess it's only like 30 seconds or something. I've never seen one of those lamps, but you nail people would know what that's all about. So this is kind of fun for me because we already are using this with the polymer clay with the resin, and now I can have nice nails. And then we can do some combining with the UV gel and the polymer clay nail art slices and things. So this takes another minute or so, so I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay, it just clicked off. So now this part is set, but it'll have a bit of a sticky residue on it. All you have to do is just wipe that off with your rubbing alcohol, which is something you wouldn't think you could do, but that's how that works. And then you have this shiny base coat, and then you add the top coat. Do exactly the same thing. I won't do that because it just takes a little bit of time. But you just put the top coat on, and you can put 1 or 2 top coats. If you wanted to put color, what you would do is the one layer of base, and then 2 or 3 layers of the color, depending on how thick you put it on there, and then you would put 1 to 2 coats of the top coat. And each time you would cure it in between and wipe it off with the rubbing alcohol. And then you've got this really beautiful finish that's really durable. And I'm excited about that. But what makes me really excited is its potential use with polymer clay. Now, like I said, I am not a nail artist. That I will work on because I have the potential. I have all the tools and all the things. Now I just will have to work on the design. But I first wanted to test to see if the nail gel was going to be compatible with polymer clay. Now, most nail polishes, the regular kind, is not compatible with polymer clay. It eats at it, becomes sticky, and it's a problem. But this UV cured one is a different formula, so I wanted to test to make sure it would work. And it is compatible. Though you would want to use it only for specific situations. Okay, so this is a little baked donut of polymer clay. It's kind of a cabochon thing. And I covered it in the UV gel, did a base coat and then a top coat, and cured it. Now it's on there really nicely. It looks like it's going to be durable. The only thing is that if you have an exposed edge, now I do somewhere on here, like I didn't wrap it around the back side, I just did the top side. If you've got an exposed edge where something can get at it, it will peel off. So like right here, you can see I can just I would be able to pull it right off of there. So this, even though it's compatible with it, it isn't going to be the most durable for some situations unless the entire bead is completely surrounded. If it's a pendant or something like that where you're not getting a lot of wear at it, you're not going to scratch it or chip it, What you could do is coat the top side, cure it, coat the back side, cure it, and make sure that both sides, like that there's no exposed edges, like wrap it right around, make sure it's completely wrapped around, then it would be fairly durable. I wouldn't use it on a ring or a bracelet or something like that where it could eventually get chipped, because it looks like it will definitely separate from the clay and peel off. So whether or not it's a best use for jewelry, I don't know. But for nails, it's a little bit different situation, because you can do a few different things. Okay, so when I was telling you about the it peeling right off if it's too thick, here is a little piece of the UV resin that I had on my nail. And what I had done was I had put a base coat on, and then I put one layer of top coat on, and then I stuck, while the top coat was still wet, I stuck a bunch of glitter into it. And then I cured it, and then I put another top coat on. But I did it in a really thick, kind of globby manner. And what happened was it was on for a day or so. It looked good. And then I took a bath, and water probably got in around the edges, and it just sort of came off in one solid piece. So I thought I would show you that and how that looks if it comes off in one piece. In a different situation I've got here, I used, you know, those blank false nails that you can buy, and I just got a bunch of cheap ones at the dollar store. I wanted to get them for practicing on. So what I did with this one is I put a base coat down, cured it, and then I put a slice of raw polymer clay, and here's one in the poinsettia pattern. I cut it off, put it onto the nail, stretched it around, trimmed it. Then I put a layer of top coat on, baked it, or did the cure in the oven or the lamp there, and then put another top coat on, and I wrapped it around the edges. And this has been on here for about 4 weeks. It is not peeling, it's not doing anything that would be a problem, so it would be quite durable. The only downside to having the raw clay underneath is it's a soft surface, and I can see there are actual dents that are happening, though they're not getting damaged. As far as wearing a pair of nails for a couple of weeks, they would be perfect and quite a cool look. Now, a little bit more durable option was I put a base coat on, then I sponged on, I don't know, I was trying to be fancy, and I sponged on some of this pink color. And then I cured it all, of course, did a top coat layer, and then put a bunch of little of the Fimo nail art slices. And a video or so ago, a few videos ago, I showed you how to slice these tiny little polymer clay canes. You can see the little tiny slices here. I showed you how to slice them really thin for the nail art. And what I did was add the little slices to a wet base of top coat, and then cured it, and then put another couple of coats of the top coat on top and cured it again. And it looks like it's going to look really good. As far as the design goes, I'm not totally sure that's something I'm going to have to work on. But the effect and the toughness of it is all good. So that is compatible. And then here's kind of a combo of the two. I used a raw slice of a rainbow cane I made. And then after I put a couple top coats on and cured them, I put a baked slice of the rose cane on top and did the cure. And that looks like it works too. So I am really encouraged about using this with polymer clay, though, like I said, I probably wouldn't use it in like a bead or a jewelry form too much, just because it could eventually chip and peel away, which we don't want. But in a more temporary purpose, like for nail art, it's really a great product. And of course, for your own nails, it's a great product. So I'm excited about that. And now, from now on, you should be able to, you will probably see some much nicer, shinier nails on me in the tutorials. So I hope you enjoyed that. And for all of you that have seen this video through us, Madam Glam has an offer for you of 30% off, and we've got the link with the code there at our site, so you can just click the link and you can go straight there and find out, get that code, the discount code for the 30% off. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, or it's kind of a tutorial and demo, and if you did, do let us know. And if you've had experience with UV gels and polymer clay, or any of the other kind of nail polishes and stuff, do leave a comment. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget, we have a great resource over at polymerclaytutor.com where you can use the search box and find answers to all of your polymer clay questions. We'll see you next time, and bye for now.